Hello, kumusta? Ako si Trisha, or my name is Trisha. And today, we're gonna learn short travel phrases in English, Tagalog, and Bisaya if you ever plan to visit the Philippines. The first word or phrase that you need to know is where. So in English, you say where if you would want to ask for a direction or a place, or if you're asking for a specific way on how to get to your destination, so you would ask where. In Tagalog, you can say where in this way. So you can read this one as saan. Where or saan. Saan. But in Bisaya, you can say asa. Asa. Or asa. Again, in English, if you would want to say where, in Tagalog, you can say saan. In Bisaya, you can say or you can speak asa or asa. The next word that you need to know is how much. So if you would want to ask for a price for a specific item or product that you would want to buy, you say how much. But if you would want to say it in a Tagalog way, you can say magkano. Magkano or magkano. But in Bisaya, you can say tagpila. Again, tagpila or tagpila. The next word that you need to know is the word help. So it is very important, especially when you're struggling or when you're having difficulties, so you would want to ask for a help. But then, there is, sometimes there is a scenario or a thing that wherein you only speak to Filipino people, but there's no like foreign people like you. So, you can say help. Instead of help, you can say tulong for them to be able to understand you. So instead of help, you can say the word tulong. So it means help in Tagalog or in English. Help in Tagalog, you can say tulong or tulong. But in Bisaya, you can say tabang. Tabang or tabang. So again, in English, you can say help. In Tagalog, you can say tulong. And in Bisaya, you can say tabang. The next word would be let's go. Let's go. If you want to go now or to move or to go to a specific place or wherever, so you would say let's go. But in Tagalog, you can say tara. Tara or tara. But in Bisaya, you can also say lakaw ta. Lakaw ta or lakaw ta. Again, in English, let's go. In Tagalog, tara. In Bisaya, lakaw ta. Lakaw ta. That's it. Next word would be excuse me. Excuse me. In Tagalog, you can say mawalang galang. Mawalang galang or mawalang galang. Again, in English, excuse me, in Tagalog, you can say mawalang galang. Mawalang galang. But in Bisaya, you can say excuse. Excuse. So as what you can observe, it's just the same in English. Excuse me. In Bisaya, you can also say excuse because there is no actual translation or word when it comes to the word excuse me. So it's just like a borrowed word, but in different spelling. So again, in English, excuse me. In Tagalog, mawalang galang. In Bisaya, you can say excuse. The next word would be I'm lost. I'm lost. In English, you can say I'm lost, but in Tagalog, you can also say nawawala ako. Again, nawawala ako. Nawawala ako. Or I'm lost. Nawawala ako. In Bisaya, you can say nasaag ko. Again, nasaag ko. Or nasaag ko. In English, you can say I'm lost. Tagalog, you can say nawawala ako. But in Bisaya, you can say nasaag ko. The next word would be I don't understand. I don't understand. If you don't understand or you don't get the point or you don't understand something at all, so you say, I don't understand. But then, in Tagalog, you can say, so it's kinda long, but then it's just the same as I don't understand. In Tagalog, you can say, hindi ko maintindihan. Again, hindi ko maintindihan. Hindi ko maintindihan. Or I don't understand. Hindi ko maintindihan. In Bisaya, you can say, wala ko kasabot. Again, wala ko kasabot. Wala ko kasabot. Again, in English, you can say, I don't understand. In Tagalog, you can say, hindi ko maintindihan. In Bisaya, you can say, wala ko kasabot. The next word would be here or here. In Bisaya, you can say dito. Dito. Again, dito. In English, you can say here. In Tagalog, you can say dito. But in Bisaya, you can say diri. Diri or diri. Again, in English, here. In Tagalog, dito. In Bisaya, you can say diri. Next word would be There. There. So there, in Tagalog, you can say doon. Doon or doon. So here and there, you can both use them when you're trying to point a direction or specific place, especially when you are on a taxi or vehicle or transportation. So you can just tell the driver that you're already here, or if you would want to go there, and so on. So again, there, you can say in Tagalog as doon or doon. There, doon. In Bisaya, you can say didto. Again, didto or didto. Again, English, there. Tagalog, doon. Bisaya, didto. Get it? Okay. For the last word of the day or phrase that you must know or that you need to know is this one or this one. So if you would want to say this one in Tagalog, you can say ito. Ito or ito. Just like for example, this one or ito. In Bisaya, you can also say kini. Kini or kini. Again, in English, you can say this one. This one. In Tagalog, you can say ito. Or if you would want to point something, ito. And in Bisaya, you can say kini. Kini. Get it? Alright. So that's all for today, and I hope that you learned something and hope to see you soon for my next video. Bye!